What did you guys get out of the bye week?
We got a lot of work done. We got a lot of stuff corrected that, in a week's time, that takes a little, more effort, to get corrected, more strain to get corrected. So with us having extra time, we got to, kind of walk our way into it, and make sure that everybody's got the right communication, the right checks, everything in between. So it was really good for us to get guys that are banged up or injured healthy. It was also for the young guys, to get some reps that haven't, didn't have as much, reps in the first half of the season, to get them some reps. And overall, I think we really needed it as a team.
Coach said that they wanted to change some things the way you guys came off the bye last year compared to this year, kind of keep the energy up more. Did you notice a difference in the way you approached it?
I mean, the way we practiced the past two times, or between the past two bye weeks, was totally different. Like Coach Stoops told us last time, he kind of eased into the West. Next week, going into the Mississippi State game, we went there and got our butts kicked. But, this week, it's a different mentality. We came out with high energy, high focus, we're ready to play on Saturday.
How tough was it to let that loss marinate a little bit longer than normal?
I mean, it was bad. It pissed us all off because, we knew how hard we worked, throughout the season and in the weight room in the winter, and all that stuff we put into it, and it came down to, missed opportunities for us, and some we'll never let slip through our fingers again.
With everybody else talking about the SEC East race, that Georgia game in a couple weeks, how do
we don't
you
care
guys
about
avoid?
That. We don't look at that. We got Vandy this week. That's all we're worried about at this moment.
Speaking of Vandy, they've got a talented rusher. I mean, what do you guys see in their offense? What do you guys have to do?
I didn't honestly. I watched film on their defense, so I couldn't tell you what they've done offensively. Or are you talking about their offense? Oh, their offense?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah. Obviously, I've been watching a lot of film on that. Both their running backs are really explosive players. One's more downhill, and other guys, he's a cutback and jump cut runner. But it all stops with stopping them two guys. And they're a really talented group. They're physical and they can make plays when you let them. So our mentality is to come in, and make plays. You have to field on third down.
The defense's numbers limiting explosive plays have been pretty good. Where do you think that comes from? How have y'all been able to limit big plays so far this year?
I mean, when you look at it in any college football game, any big play that's ever given up is literally it's either miscommunication, somebody popped a gap. I mean, there's no perfect call. I mean, you got to go out and execute, and the 10 guys around you got to execute. So we got to get our communication down better and make sure that everybody's on the same page for the ball snap. And I think ultimately that's more than the battle when you're talking about the leading explosive plays.
Is the communication, was that kind of, y'all been really great, was that the biggest thing y'all needed to improve over the bye week?
I mean, I wouldn't, say there's a lot of stuff we had to improve, and I think everything we can improve, tremendously. You can always get better, but communication's key on a defense. I mean, if you're in a coverage, you ain't got the right checks from the secondary, you're not giving the right checks to the D-line or the outside backers, it screws up the whole defense. So you got to be on tune of who you're talking to, make sure who you're making a check with, make sure you're not making a check with the wrong guy in that coverage, and just go play football after that.
How did you spend your bye week or Saturday off?
Honestly, I didn't do anything. Just rested.
What did you think of the way Chris played in the first half of the day?
I was really proud of Chris. Chris like my little brother coming in, and I'm really excited to see Chris grow as a player. Not only that, but as a man here, and he's a great kid, and he's always fun to be around. And so when he got his number called, I mean, he didn't flinch. He was never anxious, was never nervous. He would ask me questions to make sure he was on point, when he was out there playing. And I think he stepped up and did a tremendous job for us. And I'm looking forward to seeing, him progress and, seeing him back on the field.
Hey, folks, got Coach